Yo, what is good, YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Punk, as always, I'm back, and yeah, today we are pretty much going to be looking at Reddit hot takes on Street Fighter.
There's a lot of opinions out there on the internet, and some of them are just plain wrong. Or are they?
You know, it's going to be interesting because obviously the internet's opinions are usually wild takes, and sometimes they're just plainly wrong. Like, I just feel like sometimes I'm gonna just disagree with them. Everyone's gonna disagree, or some people agree, but it's obviously an opinion.
The only thing that's never wrong is making sure you hit that subscribe button, baby. So you're gonna do that so you can always be right, because you know, hitting the subscribe button means you're never wrong. So
let's get into the video on Reddit's hottest takes when it comes down to Street Fighter. Alright, let's see. Street Fighter's 10 unpopular opinions about the games according to Reddit.
Ryu is a bad character for beginners. I do not agree with this for one simple reason. Any character that keeps you motivated to keep playing is a perfect character for beginners.
why is it bad though? It's definitely not a bad character for beginners. At least I think so. I mean, Ryu teaches you the fundamental aspect of the game, so
The only times you don't play Ryu and Ryu is bad for beginners is when Ryu actually sucks in the game. That's not even a beginner character, that's just setting yourself up to failure.
Street Fighter 3 Third Strike is a bad game. I completely disagree with this take, even though I don't think it's a game that I would play myself. Clearly a good game in the eyes of many others, like a lot of people enjoy playing it, but I can still see the hype whenever like a parry is pulled off, and just think of like how many new players the Daigo parry brought in, how many eyes like that clip has overall.
I know a lot of people love this game because obviously the evil moment 37.
Let's go, Justin! Oh!
But I do understand that there is like a civil war. There's obviously the people that love Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and there's all those other people that don't play Street Fighter 3 Third Strike because they don't like how it's played. To me, I don't think it's a bad game. I just don't think it's the best Street Fighter game.
you know, I don't really have an opinion on this because I don't play Third Strike or really watch it or know it much about Third Strike to call it a bad or a good game. This is pretty much because the combo system is not like the most fun for me, and I like games with cool combos, or like, you know, just combos in general. I can't really tell you if it's a bad game or not because, you know, I don't really have experience.
Guile is a better boss than Bison. To be honest, I have like no knowledge of Guile as a character, but Bison is just evil and he's trying to take over the world like Shadowloo domination. So I feel like Bison is the better boss, but I literally don't know anything about Guile, so I can't really say for sure. So I might be completely wrong about this one.
I agree with that. I mean, Guile looks better than Bison. Look at that, my man. Look at the physique, bro. You see the six-pack abs. You only see, I think that's like 6. It's like more under there too. So that's like 8. And the hair, come on, bro. Stop it.
No way. Guile's cool, you know, but just the amount of just like transitions that Bison went through in terms of like how he looked at Street Fighter 2, Alpha, 4, 5. And like they always change how he looks. He has much more deeper meaning than Guile. Yeah, Bison is definitely a way better boss than Guile. Guile is nowhere near on Bison's level.
Game over!
Chun-Li is more of an icon than Ryu. I could see this actually being true.
Oh man, that is tough.
What I will say is I feel like Chun-Li is mentioned more than Ryu is. Like I see cosplays of Chun-Li, people will just mention Chun-Li. Nicki Minaj had Chun-Li as a song, if I remember correctly.
I think that could be true because I do think that like in fighting games in general, I feel like Chun-Li is like, she's definitely the most like iconic of all female video game characters or fighting game characters. I think Chun-Li helped, you know, paved the way for female fighting game characters, and I think that's why she is probably more iconic than Ryu.
I think Ryu is more of an icon just because when you're playing a random fighting game, I think most people won't say who's the Chun-Li of the game. Most of the comments are, who is the Ryu of the game? Right? Who's the character that I can learn this game with because I understand their playstyle? Based off that, Ryu is more of an icon than Chun-Li.
Mortal Kombat is better than Street Fighter. I completely disagree with this, obviously, because if I agreed with this, I would be playing Mortal Kombat and not Street Fighter. And this person thought that Mortal Kombat is better than Street Fighter. I think what probably happened there, they just suck at Street Fighter and they weren't getting the dubs in Street Fighter, they kept losing. So they associated that with not liking the game. I would just tell them to get good, you know? You're probably just mashing all the time, mashing DP. Just play a little more footsies. Put a little footsies in your life. Put some nooch.
This is just all personal opinion. Like, obviously, I'm going to say Street Fighter's better because I like Street Fighter more, but I don't think Mortal Kombat's a bad game, but I don't think it's better than Street Fighter because I like Street Fighter more, but this is just all opinion, right? There's no real fact to that.
This argument is old as time. Personally, obviously, I am a Capcom guy, so I'm already gonna say Street Fighter is better than Mortal Kombat. And the reasons why is because the gameplay. I think the gameplay is more smoother in Mortal Kombat. Right, I think obviously the only thing Mortal Kombat does have over Street Fighter is the fatality, right? The fatalities are cool and all. To me, I just think the gameplay is just not as smooth and not as diverse compared to Street Fighter. Number 5, Street Fighter is better than Mortal Kombat. Well, I mean, we already went through this, right? We told you why Street Fighter is better than Mortal Kombat.
So yeah, I think the person that had this take, they're just completely correct. They have a very big brain, probably like 200 IQ. Very smart person that they have this very good take.
I mean, it's the same thing as I just said pretty much. You know, it's just all personal opinion at the end of the day.
I feel like all Mortal Kombat fans will agree with me why Street Fighter is better than Mortal Kombat now. Yay!
3D models are better than 2D sprites. I agree with this. I think it just looks better to me. In terms of an example for this take, I mean, just look at the left and right of that picture. I think Ryu looks way better. You can hardly even tell that Yang is getting hit there. I feel like it just looks kind of wonky, and I think the 3D models are way better.
You know, I like the Street Fighter 5 3D model because it doesn't look too realistic like Tekken or like Soul Calibur. So I do like this. But I still like the way these games look too. I don't know. I think fighting games look cool when they're like 2D sprites. But I think like this kind of 3D model looks nice.
No. The artwork in these 2D sprites, some of these games are just so beautiful that when you look at them now, you're like, dude, this game aged well. I like the 3D art style and everything, but when I have to compare it, yeah, the retro, man. Like when you're beating that ass in the retro games, doing the crazy combos, it just looks sicker. It looks cooler.
Story mode rocks. I enjoyed the story mode for Street Fighter 5 when I played it, and it was like maybe an hour or two that you actually played through it, and it was enjoyable.
To be honest, I think story mode sucked. You know why? Who's supposedly the main character in Street Fighter 5? Because I don't know.
I wouldn't say it rocks. I just thought it was like entertaining. Faye was just like poisoning people. Rashid was like the main character for some reason. But yeah, I think the Street Fighter 5 story mode was like kind of okay. I think in general, Street Fighter lore is sick.
I can't even tell you, to be honest. I've never even played Street Fighter 5 storyline or any storyline in fighting games. I don't even play that stuff, so I'm just trying to watch people. So, you know, that's where my story is, just watching people online, you know what I'm saying?
Is the main character Ryu? Is it Rashid? Is it Nash? I don't know. I really don't know who's the main character of Street Fighter 5. But other than that, yeah, I don't think the story mode rocks at all.
Street Fighter 5 is great. Obviously, I agree with this 100%. I love Street Fighter 5 so much.
I agree with this.
I personally think Street Fighter 5 is a great game. Honestly, as years just kept going on, every new season the game just got better and better and better and better.
As a spectator and you're looking at these tournament matches of a high level, you're gonna be like, wow, these games look amazing. They look so good.
It has its downsides, you know, the netcode is not so great at the beginning of the game, you know, the balance was not so great. There were 8 frames of lag.
If you are a casual and you pre-ordered the game in the beginning, there was a lot of backlash. There was no story mode, there was like barely any single player content, and the online is crap. The online is still crap to this day.
But when we get back to that offline competition, you know what I'm saying? The game is going to be really fun, and I look forward to it because, you know, that's all I really want to do is just, you know, I'm trying to get these GGs and then play in these tournaments, and, you know, I think the game is great and it's really fun right now. It's just that online, the netcode is just T-Rash.
Cameos are killing me.
To all the haters still of Street Fighter 5, I'm just gonna say you gotta move on or something, because why are you still judging people for a game that they like? Like, it's a fun game. People can like a fun game.
This game is freaking great. So there's two ways to look at it. Are you from the casual side, or are you more of like the tournament side? Your choice. And what is number one?
Street Fighter 2 isn't a good game. I both agree and disagree with this, in the sense that I think Street Fighter 2 was a very good game for its time. It was an innovator, right? It was like the first fighting game of that kind. It had like combos.
Again, I've been playing Street Fighter 2. I don't play Street Fighter 2. It's another game that has no combos really, so it's not really for me. And yeah, I don't really have an opinion on Street Fighter 2 isn't being a good game, because I've never played it, you know. So
I think Street Fighter 2 is fun on like casual level. The balancing of Street Fighter 2 in terms of like matchups, it's just bad. It's just not fair sometimes. I remember this Honda player, Kusamundo, the best Honda in the world at the time, right? From Japan. He went to Evo and he got knifed. Best Honda in the world got knifed. And you know who he lost to? He lost to, I think, Alex Valle in winners. Bad matchup, like 8-2-9-1. Alright, got another chance to go in losers. Who he fights in losers? John Choi. Another Shoto. And the matchup looked completely the same. You wouldn't be able to tell if it was Alex Valle or John Choi playing that set, because it's like literally, as long as you know the textbook of the matchup, is GG. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Street Fighter 2 because of that. But it's still fun. Still fun to play. I like playing it, but I wouldn't like play hard in it as I use, like, compared to I used to. Alright guys, this is the hot takes when it comes down to the Reddit's opinions of Street Fighter. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Do you guys love my answers? Let me know in the comments below. What did you guys think about some of these hottest takes when it comes down to Street Fighter?
And you know, if you did enjoy, leave a like and a comment in the comment section below, and you know, I'll see you in the next one.